Everyone knows that in 2011, the perfect Sonic game came out, Sonic Generations. It had a great formula, and a lot of people were expecting Sega to keep using this for their games going forward. But instead, they chose to do something else and take their games in a completely new direction with Sonic Lost World. Now, unlike any style of Sonic game before, like the Boost games or the classic games, the style in Sonic Lost World hasn't been tried again since, and there's a pretty good reason for that. It's not good at all. The main problem I have with Sonic Lost World is that it doesn't try to be a Sonic game. It was released as a Wii U exclusive before getting ported over to PC, and I guess because of that, Sega decided they needed to appeal more to that market, so they tried to make it a Mario game. Mario and Sonic have always had a rivalry and have always been compared, but they're definitely really different. That's one thing I like so much about Sonic games is the way that they stick out and no other game could be like it. That's why games like Sonic Adventure, Generations, and Mania are all so good, because they use Sonic's attributes to make a game based around him. Lost World, though, is kind of the opposite. They got a game and they kind of put Sonic into it without making it feel like Sonic. They try to make it feel like Sonic by adding in a ton of references and enemies from the classic games, which doesn't make sense and it's not fun or anything like that. It just kind of did it because they wanted to. Do I think a game needs to play like a Sonic game for it to be good? Not really, because I do really like Frontiers, and that doesn't feel like Sonic at all. But what I like about this game is that the physics and movement is all well thought out. Whereas here, the thought process was, we need to make a game like Mario, let's copy some Mario stuff, and put in some classic Sonic stuff to make it seem like Sonic, and then put it on the Wii U. And did it turn out well? No. I could talk about the way the game actually feels to play, but everyone's talked about how it feels stiff and you're never going too fast and the run button is there. So instead I want to focus on something else, which is really the game's identity. Most Sonic games have something that makes them stick out and feel like their own, something different. Whether it's a good game or a bad game, they all have something that makes it feel like a Sonic game, or at least like its own game. But does Lost World have that? No. Even games like Sonic Forces and Sonic 06 feel like Sonic games, even if they're not well done. But if you ask anyone who knows this game about Sonic Lost World, most likely their reaction is gonna be, it's Mario Galaxy, but with Sonic. And that's the thing you can't really say for most games. You could try to compare them and say Adventure is like Mario 64, or that Sonic Superstars is like Mario Wonder, but really the games aren't alike at all and definitely stick out. But this game though, if you took out Sonic and replaced him with Mario, it would be the exact same game.
Oh, but he can do a spin dash, and Mario can't spin dash.
That doesn't matter. Get rid of the spin dash too, and then it's a Mario game.